The landscape of post Battles of Legend. Who's winning and who's losing? Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome. We have another case tournament in the books for you here. And this time, it looks like we are having a fantastic showing for, well, Snake Eyes and 10 by Dragons. Honestly, this is the same stuff that we're used to seeing in the course of this format. Please fix the format. Alright, so, who's eating well here? Now, we do have one Yubel duelist, which actually had a fantastic showing out of this event for a top 8 finish, showcasing, hey, I have Phantom of Yubels, now I can go through, now I can do all these little extra combo lines, and we can start to get into the scary things. Keep in mind that this is still the early stages of the Yubel decks touching down. I think a lot more people need time to kind of adjust and figure out how they want to play the Yubel stuff. And that's fine. We'll just have to be patient and see the developments for the meta and where they want to take the Yubel stuff to kind of, to see what the perfect deck's going to be. We also had a Centurion deck make top cut for this event, which I'm actually really happy to see. I love the fact that Centurion has been having a beautiful showing out here. There's just kind of something about Centurion that has been doing really, really cool things. I probably would like to give most of the credit to King Calamity for being a fantastic turn skip card and telling your opponent no. We also had a Labyrinth duelist, to be honest with you, especially in these smaller localized environments for these case tournaments, hitting these 30, 50, 60 people out here. This deck has a good matchup to kind of clean up a lot of the standardized stuff that we've been seeing, so I'm not surprised to see that. And then we also had an illusion pile. The illusion good stuff, nothing has really gratefully changed in the vacuum of this, but it's enough that we're watching this deck crawl over these duelists and actually get some W's. Let's pass on over to Declan. Alright, so winning our event here is none other than Snake Eyes. Is that Birch? Alright, well, even Birch got the chance to see some love over the course of the weekend here. Birch, I think, is the one that people kind of forget about, kind of being an extra name floating around here, but keep in mind that there's no Okie in here. They straight went with the Birch for the extra value. I like that. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. You do have these skill drains down here, so you can do your thing. Still doing the mini Cash Tira package. That doesn't really change, but this is a cool tech choice. We have the Solemn Scolding down here. To be honest with you, just kind of being left with maybe, flip up a skill drain. Congratulations, the requirements have been fulfilled. So now you can blast your opponent with Scolding. I think Scolding, being able to, 3k life points isn't like the worst thing in the world, but having this just be a good, suitable backup card for you to be able to pressure your opponent with is a-okay by me. Next up here, we have more Snake Eyes. This duelist managed to fit 45 big ones into this deck. Of course, doing the Fenrir Unicorn package. We are on the Oak. Okay. Down here on the side deck, we have the Mind Controls. Mainly, I will say, having these ignorant cards to give you the chance to get the game back, to steal your opponent's stuff, proceed to board break them. These going second cards, I do think, do have places in the course of the meta. It's just interesting to see the choices that people make. I mean, you had all of them here. You had the Change Our Heart, and you were fully dedicated to the Mind Controls. Okay. I also do see the Yield, Snatch, or Crossout Designator down here as well. Kind of clean things up. There's not much else to say about this. Once again, standard Snake Eyes is incredibly standard. Not really a lot changes with this until a ban list actually comes down, but once again, old reliable is going to continue to reward those that enjoy playing this deck. Ooh, we have our Labyrinth deck. You notice anything spicy? There are no spell cards in this deck. This duelist did not need to play any pots, any of that real turbo draw power, those consistency options. Didn't need them. They opted to just not even include that. And I think that's pretty good here. But you were maximizing on Arias. So, you'll be able to get pretty much any trap card that you need. Also, double Terrors of the Overroot is kind of nice. You do have your Floodgate built in here. And, of course, we actually have skill drains built into the main deck here. I think this kind of just shows how ignorant skill drain can actually be at certain points. You know, having this card just be a giant FU to your opponent is pretty good. You also have Yield Sphere modes down here for cleanup. And, of course, the Eradicator and the Full Force Virus. Pick your poison of whichever virus card that you need to basically blow your opponent out and achieve your win condition. All right, next up here, we have our Centurion pile. Now, there is some very interesting card choices present in this list. The first big one here is we're playing Triple Saurus. This duelist went through here and was like, I'm so sick of having these hand traps targeting my Centurion cards. And I do think that this is a pretty accurately good call. Being able to just make sure you can stick this thing on the field, or, you know, whichever piece that you need to resolve, have the Saurus be there to protect you. And then that way, you know, you can obviously get into the King Calamity. Same thing during the opponent's turn, you know. When you go to make the Crimson Dragon, your opponent attempts to tell you no, you know, having that Saurus once again to deny that interaction is going to be very, very crucial to doing your thing. I like that a lot. And of course, the little pieces along the way. We do have the One Awakening, main decking the One Phalanx with the One Wake Up Centurion. Everything about this list, I love. All right, I do think you should really give this pile some love. Oh, look, it's our Yubel player here. Now, yes, one person out here actually playing the Ultimate Nightmare so we can actually make some gosh darn progress on these extension plays. I love this card. I think that having this in the deck for the extra extension link plays is very, very important. A lot of people will disagree. They'll be like, oh, you know, you can get away with the 1/1 here. You know, you'll be recycling these to make the Phantom. Yeah, that is true. But, I don't know, at some points it just doesn't really feel like you're going to get that good value that you want. We also have the One Abominable in here, playing the One Eternal Favorite. Hand traps, I think, are fine. Yeah, the combo pieces for this deck are extremely good. I mean, your end board will be Phantom of Yubel with, the big guy, with whatever, you know, Yubel packages you have up, with probably the Unchained Soul of Rage for you to link out. You've got everything that you need here to clean up a chaotic board in your favor. Ooh, we have our illusion pile here. Okay, so we're actually main decking the barrier statue in here, which is really, really good. I love the fact that having the abyss in here, just to tell your opponent, nope, is really, really solid. You also have the Archfiend Harris in here. Have we learned our lesson about why Archfiend Harris is such a good card? Yup, this card is the nuts. We also have the King Tiger Wanghu down here. There have been some more recent builds out here that have been trying to get away with main decking this. I don't recommend that. I think having this be a side option is fine. You know, when you start to try to bulk down on some of the worst cards that your deck kind of has to offer, like, imagine where you have to open this and you don't actually open a Gazelle. Like, that's awful. Also, this is kind of cute. I didn't really consider this, but hey, it gets a chance to put this on the board. So that is a free interaction for you to do your thing. Next up here, Tenpai Dragons, yum. So, I mean, standard hand traps. You have the droplets in here. Standard stuff with this. Honestly, if you want a standard copy and paste 40 card list to get you to where you need to be, this is probably going to do everything that you need it to do. I also see back here we are doing the Ultimaya Tzolk'in. A little bit hit or miss on this, to be honest with you. I think the card's cool, but it's kind of that. And of course, we are playing the Koi Belt. We are also playing Samurai Destroyer with a Meteor Burst. Okay. Also, this build, you know, has forgone the fact that, you know, trying to play the Salamangreat package in here for, you know, oh, I got deburied, whatever will I do? I think that's fine. You don't have to rely on those cards. I absolutely think that it's kind of free knowledge to be able to climb up and do whatever you need to do. But Tenpai, extremely, extremely easy deck to mess around with. And don't worry, we have another Tenpai list for you back here. Slotting in at 41. Ooh, we were feeling dangerous today. No Harvey's Feather Duster in the main. We actually pushed it on here side. And this build is actually playing evenly matched in the side deck. That is very interesting. I guess there's just some situations, maybe your opponent tries to clear your board during the battle phase, and you're like, tee-hee-hee, you know, evenly matched. You're relying on the spheres for like a cleanup then, but Interesting choices. So what do you guys think about the breakdown for this event? Some very interesting things that we're seeing here, but I will say I'm happy to see what we're seeing. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.